All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to say
Kal Hala Yahweh,
Ba'Shem
Yahushai,
Ba'Shem
Ba'Shem
Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This video is going to be on characteristics on your role in this life, all right? Characteristics of your role in this truth, in this life. So, the brother's going to get Ecclesiastes 12. And we'll start at 11 and read to 14.
Okay. Ecclesiastes 12. Start at 11. Ecclesiastes 12 and 11. The words of the wise are goads, and as nails fastened by the master's assemblies.
Okay. The words of the wise are goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assembly. The masters are our elders and the apostles teaching us, beginning with Yahushai. All right, teaching us what? The words of the wise. Well, their words come from wisdom. All right, and the fastening is what puts when you make a tent. All right, you take nails and you fast to keep that tent from blowing in the wind. You put nails on the ground. The wind is this world and its vain philosophies and doctrines. All right, that's the wind. The tent is you. The nails is this truth. Right, you have to stand firm.
And keep you grounded.
Keep you grounded. Foundation. Go ahead. And it's being taught to you by masters. Go ahead.
The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd.
Yahushai. The master of the assemblies are apostles and elders. The one shepherd is Yahushai. Go ahead.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books there is no end.
Yo, Esau, how many books does Esau have in this kingdom, man? When you go to school alone, that's why school is tiresome. That's why kids in school, they take drugs to stay up and pass tests. Because be weary of making many books. Why? Read that.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books there is no end. And much study is weariness of the flesh.
Much study is weariness of the flesh, man. Make it simple. Get to the point. One characteristic. That's one characteristic right there, man. Simple. Yeah, the acronym is KISS. Keep it simple. No, that's for the other. That's for men. That's for people that come up to us. They try to teach us their doctrines, and they go all over the place and making it complicated. Then for them is keep it simple, stupid. For us, it's keep it simple and short. Your yay be yay, your nay be nay. Straightforward, man. That's how you can really tell if someone knows what they're talking about. If their answers are direct, they're not beating around the bush. That's one characteristic, man. It's simple. It's simplicity. Simplicity is honestly the most wisest. It's one of the most wisest thing in this society. Why? Because this society is chaos. Everything's all over the place, man.
Confusion.
It's confusion. You ever take your iPhone headphones, leave them for a while, and leave them among other wires, and after a couple of days, this thing is like a ball of messed up nonsense. You're like, yo, where do I even start to untangle this? That is this society. You know, the untangler is Yahushai through the truth. Because now you can sift out the nonsense. So simplicity is one characteristic. Go ahead, keep going.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Okay, the conclusion of the whole matter. What it is, all that you're supposed to do. Go ahead.
Fear Yahweh.
Okay, 1. That's another characteristic. 2. The fear of the Most High is a characteristic in the man who's in this truth. All right? It's fear. If a man is simple but doesn't fear the Most High, guess what? It doesn't work. If a man fears the Most High but is always complicated, it doesn't work. Eventually you'll get lost. Simplicity and fear. Go ahead.
And keep his commandments.
Keep his commandments. 3, another characteristic. A man who actually tries to keep the commandments of the Most High to the best of his abilities. So guess what? If he's simple, makes things simple, all right, and he fears the Most High, but he eats pork, does that make sense?
Nope.
Absolutely not. If he's simple, fears the Most High, but commits adultery, does that make sense?
Nope.
Absolutely not. So all three of those need to work. That's three characteristics right there. And guess how simple that is? Isn't that funny? You know what I mean? That's not a coincidence. Go ahead.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man. What men? Israelite men. And the elect within the Israelite men. The elect men within the Israelite men. Simplicity, fear the Most High, and keep His commandments. That's it. That's all you got to do. Simple but not easy. I won't say, don't get me wrong, I won't say it's easy. But it's simple. And because it's simple, you should be able to understand it. And if you can't understand it like that, or if somebody else can't understand it like that, guess what? The Spirit's not in them. This truth is not hard to understand. It's not hard at all. Now, is it easy to keep? No. It's a difference, man. So, now, from there, that was 14?
That was 13.
Okay, go ahead. 14.
For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment
Mm-hmm.
with every secret thing,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Mm-hmm. Everything's going to be judged. So now, get 1 Peter's 2 and 9. You have your phone on you?
Yes.
Where is it? Sweet. You need to look up first. Go ahead.
Okay, 1 Peter's 2 and 9.
Okay, so in Ecclesiastes 12, we read of the three characteristics, right? Now we have the three characteristics. Simplicity, making things simple to understand, rather. Okay? Fear of the Most High, and keeping the commandments. When a man does all three of these things, what is produced by all this? What's the outcome of all this? What's the aftermath? Now we're going to read what comes out of doing all three of these things.
1 Peter 2 and 9.
Mm.
But ye are a chosen generation,
Mm-hmm.
a royal priesthood,
Mm-hmm.
and holy nation,
Mm-hmm.
a peculiar people,
Mm-hmm.
that ye should
Peculiar.
peculiar,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
a peculiar people,
Mm-hmm.
that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Exactly. We have been called out of darkness, for ye were led away sometimes by Gentiles, and we've been called into his marvelous light, which is his truth. And we're to what? Read again. What does it say we're to do?
It's like I'm going to start off. Ye should show forth the praises of him.
Show forth the praises of him. In your words, first of all, through your thoughts. Second of all, in your words. Third of all, finish it off, to cap it off, is your actions, to seal the deal. You know, I believe in the Most High. I think about the Most High. All I talk about is the kingdom and keeping the commandments and the downfall of this kingdom. But I'm not doing the work. How's that work?
Huh?
You know what I mean? You need to be doing the work. You need to be doing things and thinking them and talking them all at the same time. Okay? Now go to Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 1. Okay? Now what comes from these things?
Okay, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Better it is to have no children and to have virtue, for the memorial thereof is immortal.
Yeah, okay. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Better it is, read that one time, brother.
Better it is to have no children
Mm-hmm.
and to have virtue.
Better it is to have no children and to have virtue. Okay, let's look up the word virtue. The word virtue, here in the etymology online, it says moral life and conduct. Your moral life and conduct, okay? A peculiar moral of excellence. Now, when you get the word moral, you get also the word vir or virile. Virile, also known as virile, which means characteristics of man. These are the characteristics of man. So your virtue are morals of excellence that make the characteristics of you. And you're to uphold them to the highest, man. Even unto death. Right? Characteristics of man marked by manly force. Okay? Of a man. Manly worth of a man. What's worth? If a man, you know how you know a man has no worth? If he has no morals or virtue. What is his virtue? He can't tell you his morals. He has no worth. What are you to do here? We just finished reading that the whole duty of man is to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. If we didn't have that as a duty, what would our worth be? What would our worth be? It would be nothing. So guess what? Two-thirds of Israel that's not doing that, what are they worth? Nothing. That's why they're going to be destroyed. That's why the Most High said he doesn't. And the nations, the heathens, and Esau, at the top of the heathens, they definitely don't fear the Most High. They're definitely not keeping his commandments. So guess what they're worth? Nothing. Just like the scriptures say. They're counted as spittle. A drop in a bucket. That's not us saying this. These are the scriptures, man. Like, it's not us. Right? Go ahead.
Because it is known with Yahweh and with men.
Mm-hmm.
When it is present, men take example at it.
Okay. Read that one more time. Read that from the 1 again.
Okay. 4 and
'Cause
1.
now we know what virtue means. Go ahead.
Better it is to have no children and to have virtue.
Right?
For the memorial thereof is immortal.
The memorial, the word memorial means remembrance, a remembrance for a standard. Okay? The memorial thereof is immortal. You can't kill someone's morals and virtues. How do you know that? Yahushua died 2,000 plus years ago, and guess what? There's men today still doing his work. You know what I mean? 144,000 men on the planet are still doing his work. That doesn't die, man. And we're doing it to such an extreme that we're becoming a menace. The elites of this society want us dead. That's how heavy this work is, man. And they're gonna actually do it. They're gonna kill some of us. You know, your family hates you. Ever since you got in this truth and you're preaching it, all hell started breaking loose on you. Okay, continue.
Because it is known with Yahweh and with men.
Mm-hmm.
When it is present, men take example at it.
Men take example at it when it's present. The word example, X means out. Example means to try. To try out. When it is present, when it's there, men want to take example. Men want to try it out. And guess how many men have tried this out and have fallen? You know what I mean? It's not for everybody. That's interesting. That's precious, because when you are simple, you make things simple, and you fear the Most High, and you keep His commandments, that's a whole sifting. Those three processes are a sifting. So if you as a man can't maintain those characteristics, guess what? That's your ass. You got sifted out. That's the characteristic of a prophet in this truth, man. Go ahead.
Let's start with 2. Mm-hmm. When it is present, men take example at it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it is gone, they desire it.
Yep. So guess what? The famine of the word is going to come soon. Famine of the word is going to come soon. And guess what? I already told the brother that I'm going to shut my phone off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are going to be calling, yo, what you said was right. Oh my God, I can't, da. What do I do next?
Be thirsty.
Thirsty.
For knowledge.
Exactly. Men desire it. It's gone. It's going to come to that time as well. Go ahead.
It is weareth a crown, and triumpheth forever.
That's right. It triumpheth forever, and it wears a crown.
It triumpheth forever.
That's right. And it wears a crown. Go ahead.
Having gotten the victory, striving for undefiled rewards.
Why has it gotten the victory? It gotten the victory because it's the truth. The truth always wins. The truth always wins, man. Whether you believe it or not, it always wins because it's the truth. Now that's it on that. Okay, that's all I wanted on that. Now get Ephesians 5 and 15.
Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, man. Circumspect, literally, the word is circum, okay, comes from the word circle. Spect means to look. You're supposed to look around constantly. Watch yourself, watch others, constantly. Every moment you get to be wise, be wise. And if you're a fool, do it throughout. Make sure it happens through sincerity. Don't willingly be a fool. You know, if you're going to be a fool, it's because you really didn't know. You know, I always say that when you're wrong, when you're wrong, you're right. And when you lose, you win. All it takes is humility, sincerity. Because if you are right, if you are wrong, well, the other person will have to know the right answer. Or else how do you know you're wrong? And once that happens, all it takes is humility to accept that, and then now you become right. The same thing with a loss. It takes humility to accept that, and now you just learned how to win. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
You're redeeming the time because the days are evil. What does that mean? We don't have enough time. We don't got a lot of time because the days are evil. So every moment you get to be wise, be wise. 'Cause that's a character. That's every moment you get to follow the commandments. Follow the commandments. If it's in your power to not work on the Sabbath, do not work on the Sabbath, man. You know, if it's in your power for example, this is a weak example, but men still fall in it. If a woman walks by you and you know she has a man and it's in your power not to look, don't look. Don't look, man. Don't look and be like, oh, man, we're in hell. What kind of nonsense is that? Here you are looking and you're like, oh, man, we're in hell. This place sucks. Esau.
Esau.
The devil. Like, come on, man. If it's in your power, don't do it. That's, you know what? Get your Apocrypha. Get, you know where Baruch is?
Baruch.
Yeah, Baruch is way up in the end. Get Baruch 4 and 20, if I believe. I'm not mistaken. Because when you get in this truth, man, you're supposed to be hungry. Hungry, man, like a ravaging wolf, a ravaging lion.
Interesting.
It's right after.
It's right here. Oh, found it.
You found it? Give me a second. Bear with me. I'm just trying to find the verse I'm looking for. Yes, 4 and 28. Get 28.
Okay, Baruch 4 and 28.
Mm-hmm.
For as it is was your mind to go astray from Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
So being returned,
Coming back
seek
into the
him
truth.
10 times more.
Seek him 10 times more, man. You're in the truth now. You weren't in there, and now you're in the truth. Seek him 10 times more. That means you're supposed to be earnest in everything you do. Okay, that's it on that. Now, you're at Ephesians 5 and 15.
Yep.
Okay, read the 17.
Ephesians 5 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise,
Mm-hmm.
redeeming the time because the days are evil.
That's right.
Wherefore be ye not unwise,
Mm-hmm.
but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
What is the will of the Lord? We just read it in Ecclesiastes 12. That we are to what? Fear the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
and keep his commandments. That's it. That's it. Simple understanding. That's it, man. That's all we're to do. So every moment you get to do, you should be fearing the Most High in every moment. Every moment you get to keep the commandments to the best of your abilities. That's 17?
Yep.
Okay, now I'll get Jeremiah 32 and 19. And then we'll be done.
Jeremiah 32 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
Great in counsel and mighty in work,
Mm-hmm.
for thine eyes are upon all the ways of the Son of Man,
Mm-hmm.
to give every one according to his ways,
Mm-hmm.
and according to the fruit of his doings.
Yeah, according to the fruit of his doings. Okay? So, with your role and with your characteristics, you got to bear fruit. You got to bear fruit, man. Do this work, man. You got to... This is us right now, bearing fruit. We're doing a video. Teaching the brotherhood. Right? Because why? Because we fear the Most High and we're keeping his commandments. When we go out there in the highways and byways, we're bearing fruit. Why? Because we fear the Most High and keep his commandments. We're fully living out the role of the characteristics of our role. Every single day we can. That's why this becomes you, man. In the kingdom, it talks about in Hebrews that this truth is going to be in our inward parts. So is this keeping this book, all 613 laws, is going to be nature. You're not going to have to think about it. You don't need to calculate things when you're thirsty that you need to drink water. It's the same thing with this truth, man. So that was it on that?
Yep.
Okay, so with that, we're going to close up. Hopefully the video was edifying. We're going to say, Kal Hala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, and single honors to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to his wicked kingdom. 2/3 of Israel and Esau as well. Shalom.
Shalom.